Good evening, everyone. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Di. Hi, Maxine. How is everyone tonight? I hope you're all well. Hi, I have said hi, Maxine, haven't I? I'm trying to see who I haven't said hi to. Yeah. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be using the Curvy Celebrations. I don't know if you've seen all my advertising. So this is what it is. You can get, so this one, they both coordinate with the dies. Let's grab the dies out. I've got this all upside down because I just used that before to see how it cuts. So actually, this is a bit of creating on the fly a little bit because I haven't done this exact card. So we'll see how we go. It's got your little birds, cuts that out. I'm not sure what that, yeah, I'm not too sure what that is. I have not played with it enough yet. Yeah, so you've got your leaves, you've got your flowers, you've got your words that go around the curve. You will see when I get creating. And then only for November, because you wouldn't want it after November, would you? Oh, you might in December. It's a bit late to do Christmas cards. We have the Christmas one to coordinate. So in the bundle, you'll get these two. And that's the bundle that I'm offering for everyone that orders in October. You'll go into the draw to win. But please remember to use my hostess code. It just makes life easier for me and it helps my business so that I can have lots of goodies to play with to show you guys. Because believe you me, when you're trying to do designs, you use so much paper, so much of all your products that you really need to be able to access them reasonably. Okay, so this is the paper. Isn't it gorgeous? I've got it all out of order here because I've been using a little bit of it. Tried to use some of the papers. I've used some of these papers and I've used, so you get you've got a good variety. You've got the stripe and that design, then you've got the Christmas one and the little dots. That's that one again. Little Christmas trees, and on the back you've got the crisscrosses. And I think they're all the same sort of designs. That's shaded spruce, which, I mean, most of them can be used not for Christmas cards that are not, for cards that are not Christmas cards. I mean, I debated whether I wanted to do a birthday one with the red that I'm using tonight, the cherry cobbler. I thought, oh, yeah, I think I'll just do the Christmas one. So, yeah, so we might get started. Let's get the nice stripy one. So I'll put that aside. I'll show you first the other paper that I'm using. And you will probably realise that or have remembered that, not this paper, of course, because you can't get it yet. Most of the DSP, you'd have to look on the website, would tell you which ones. Just off the top of my head, I can't quite remember. I'm not sure whether this one is in it or not, but it is stunning. It's called Gilded Autumn. I'm using a piece of that tonight. Just a small piece, not a great big piece. So that's the other side of that. It's just the houndstooth check. I'm not that fussed on, but I do love the mint macaroon side. And this one's gorgeous. I love the stripe, and I love the design on the back too. The sort of looks a bit like wheat, doesn't it? So that's that one. I have actually created a card using this design. Wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with that, but I'll show you the card later. And this one's quite a versatile piece. I love that. Love the mint macaroon with the, well, that one looks gold. I'm using copper for my card tonight because I thought that looked like copper. And I think it does look like copper. Where some of the sheets, they look like gold. Well, that is gold. It's not copper. And some of them have got copper and gold. It doesn't actually tell you on the pack whether it's copper or gold. But as you can see there, there's some copper and gold there. And actually, where is it? Just thinking, I've got this little punch pack, and I reckon I don't want to punch into it, but what do you reckon? I can't get one that's on the edge. Yes, see? You probably can't see that. Let's move it over so you can see. This would match because the little punch pack that you'll see in the latest mini catalogue, not sure what we're calling that, these little things here, the little acorns and the leaves, I just realised that they would, because I happen to have this punch here because that's, I've used that for one of the leaves that's in your bags. If you've all eagerly opened your bags and had a look, that's where the little leaves came from. And that's the design we're using tonight. And you've got the pumpkins. So it's a beautiful piece, don't get me wrong, but I'm not quite sure where I'd use pumpkins. But then you've got the less, the more subtle side with a Sahara sand, and it looks like the espresso speckle on the back. So very versatile and could be for men or ladies, that one. Okay, so now, where's my cards? Well, first off, what I wanted to do was, you're going to say, oh, she's going to tie a bow. Yeah, well, she is, but not just any normal, well, it is going to be a normal bow, but what I want to do, and why I didn't do it earlier, was because I wanted to show you exactly what I was doing. Can everyone see what I'm doing? Or am I in the wrong spot? Hi, Anita. How are you going? Hi, Margaret. Hi, Sharon. Am I in the right spot for everyone? Just going to cut that. I can kind of see. I might be a bit skew with, I reckon, am I? Sort of on my iPad, I'm a bit... Where do I need to go? A bit over this way, do I? Just let me see. I probably moved it the wrong way. I think I have. I think I need to go... Oh no, I think that's... Yeah, that's better, isn't it? I need to go a bit more, don't I? A bit more. Or I might move... Get it in the right spot. No, how come I haven't got it in the right spot tonight? I'm going to just move this a little bit. That's probably what I've done. I haven't got the camera. I usually have it right in the middle there. Is that better, guys? Okay, good. Thank you. Now, I saw somebody, I can't remember who. I do often watch a video and I pick up little tips here and there like we all do. And I can't remember who it was, but I'm very grateful. I thought, where did she get... She did it with, I think it was Old Olive by memory. Where did she get the green twine from? We haven't got any. Well, she coloured it with her blends, which I hadn't thought to do. I might do them separately because that's not working very well. I just want to do a bow that's hard to catch. I haven't tried this before because my other card, it was Sahara sand, so I just used the just the linen thread as it comes. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's a bit hard to catch on to, but it works. On darker colours, I wouldn't try it with lighter colours. So obviously you've got the brown, so it's not going to come through. So I might, it's a bit dark that, isn't it? I might do the other strand with the lighter cherry cobbler. Whoops. Put your lid on properly, girl. Yeah, that's more true to the colour. Just doing it now because I don't want to risk it getting red onto the white bits of my card. And it'll be all ready to pick up and stick on when we're done. Just going to turn that around, and I've missed a few bits there. It's trickier than doing the ribbon, I have to say. Probably don't need to do the tail end of it very well. We'll just see how we go when we tie it. Might have to touch it up a little bit. And I mightn't be happy with it. I might want to just use the linen thread as is. See, like I say, I waste a lot of product experimenting. Oops. Wasn't going to play nice for a minute. Got nice red fingers. That's nothing new. I think that's gotcha. Need to be a bit littler. Does everybody fuss over a bow like I do? It's got to be just right though, doesn't it? I think that's made it stiffer. Colouring it, and I can see there, probably because I did the light one, might be being too fussy. Maybe I should have tied it first. Sometimes if I'm colouring ribbon, I do tie it first. Do you guys do that? You tie it first, or do you colour it first? Or don't you colour it? So we don't, often we don't have just that right shade, do we? So yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll see what happens. I don't think the ink will come off there, but I'll just off my fingers because it's alcohol, but I'll just, in case it does, I'll just give myself a bit of a wipe. Whoops, knocking my out. Now, for the card. So first up, we're going to do a little card with a bit of window sheet. So I have tried one card with it, but I haven't tried to use the die that I'm about to use now. So hopefully, so I was just looking at today and thought, that looks pretty. I might have a go at that one. I've used the dots one lots. I've used the leaves one, which I'll be using for the next card, but I have not used this curvy one. Now, when you cut it, when I first used it, I thought, oh yeah, I don't need any instructions. I'll just do yay, yay, yay. And it cut. Now, that's what I've got to be aware of. It's going to cut there, so I want to come down a bit. So this is my card, sorry, this is the card base that I've got here. And I've scored and folded it in half, all right? So that's my window sheet's going to cut this piece off, and the window sheet's going to come in the middle, okay? But what I want to do is, because I want to cut one exactly the same to fit on the inside. So I'm just seeing where the edge of that goes, because the first card I did, I was going to put that right on that edge so that I could be sure the curves were both the same. Am I making sense? So the cutting bit's up the top, so I probably want to, where's my other one? You want to come down a bit. Yeah, that looks about right. Got my big shot with the magnetic platform on it. Can't go that way, I've got to go this way. Might go this way actually. And here. So line that up again now, do it all over again. With the new die cutting and emboss machine, you'll probably notice, oh see, I can't have that right on that edge. I think I'm just going to go for it, because if it's if the curve is going to show on the inside, And hopefully this is right. Anyway, I've got some more white there if it's not. And I think that looks about right. And what's happening? Why aren't you wanting to go? Can't. Oh, there we go. To feed it in. Yeah, I've noticed, just making sure my edges are in, I have noticed with this one that there is a little bit of, you do get a little bit of grace. Hopefully I'm not going to wreck my die by doing that. What I mean by that is it does wobble a little bit, but you've got that just a little smidge extra, and that I reckon, it's just what I reckon, is so that when you're doing that, because you have to sometimes. Now what have I done? Yeah, that's right. But I might have to cut that again, I think. Ah, that cut that off, see? You've got to watch. You've got to watch where you cut. That's what not to do, guys. So I have to have it up that way. Is that right? I had it that way. And I cut that off. So I need to have the pretty bit up the other way. So hang on, cut another bit. All right, let's do that again. Well, let's do it again, but do it properly. So, where's my one I mucked up? So I had the pretty bit there and the cutting there. So I want, probably do the same thing again. No, that was, yeah, that was like that. So I don't want it like that. I want it like that, I think. So then that, which bit will that cut off? We'll just run it through again. I might revert to the other style that I did if this isn't going to work. Worked fine the first and only time I've done this, it worked fine. So gotta love mistakes, don't you? We can all make them. Anybody's going to say, stop, you're doing it wrong? Pattern facing the fold of your card. Yeah, I've got it right now, haven't I, Margaret? And that's all covered. Oh, it doesn't want to go through. Okay, see what's happened this time. That's more like it, that's what I wanted. It's my bin. Get those, pardon me, off there because we want to use that again shortly. So then, probably had that a little bit. That's the right side there. That's all right. Now I've got my little trusty. Just going to put that back. Where's my bottom bit that I cut off? Oh, that's not it. Where is it? Where's the bottom that I cut off? Was it this bit here, was it? Because we want to use that, but we want to cut a bit off it because we want window sheet in the middle. I'd actually forgotten what I did the first time I did it. And you have to, oops, better not be too rough there. It's a nice, pretty lacy bit. But you have to be careful of those edges because they're a bit delicate. Okay. Probably won't need that again, but we'll see. Now then, I probably want to cut how much. That's what I did. I'll just put it down, just lay it down to see where, like how far you want the window sheet to be. And flipped it over and put a pencil mark there. It's about, I reckon it's about 1.25 inches anyway. And I cut it there. Where'd my trimmer go? Over here. I'll just chop it with my what's the name? Quicker. Doesn't have to be exact, I guess, does it? No, that edge isn't. No, that's better. So that's that bit. Now, better do my stamping before. What did I put? Okay, that. May your days be merry and bright. So these curves, these things that curve, they will fit in a certain part. I'm just going to stamp that down first to make sure I'm not getting any shadows with it. They will go in a certain part of the curve, and this is going to go in a different part than my last one, I reckon. So I reckon about there. Okay. It's probably not exact, but as I said, this is kind of on the fly a little bit. And I'll need a good clean later. Cherry cobbler on there. Now we need, what I'll do with the bottom bit. Where did I throw that? Here it is. So this bit here goes down the bottom. We're going to put the trees here. And that's where I've cut my string to put. So see where that, can you see how that follows the curve? I think I had mine, yeah I did, I had mine up there a little bit. It almost hangs off this block because it's so long, this one. And hopefully can line that up properly. I need to leave room because I've got, that's where I've got the string there. And that is almost all the stamping, except for, just quickly do that. except for the little bird. Where's the bit of here? So for the bird, I have already stamped and cut one out. You can cut this with the die. So I stamped off, actually. Stamped off and then stamped him. Okay, because I didn't want him jet black. And then I coloured him with him or her. I suppose it's a him if I'm going to colour him red, isn't it? Because the male of the species are the most attractive with birds, aren't they? A bit different to us, aren't they? And as I said, it's got dies for the 3 birds. All sort of one looking this way and one looking the other way. Just that's the light cherry cobbler I'm using there. I've got some dark crumb cake for his little head. And some light here. Just blend the light and dark together there. And there's your little bird coloured, and if I haven't lost it, oops, I've got one in here. So, okay, so now we get to assemble the card, and it's really just so easy. All we're going to do is put our seal across here. Put a bit there too, because I don't want it flapping up. And then grab your window sheet, and you can see that, can't you, where I'm going to hopefully line that up perfectly. It's like no, it's not a tad short. I thought it might have been. Maybe it is. No, it's good. It's pretty good. Push that down. Ah, look what I've done. I have got red ink somewhere. So like, we're not going to start again. What I'll have to do is maybe I will stamp that and cut that out and pop that on. What a nuisance. I just wanted to show you how to assemble this beautiful card, so we won't worry about the mistake. Well, it's not a mistake. Obviously well, it did have a few minutes to dry, didn't it? And it still stayed wet, or I had red on my hands. But anyway, I'm going to cut another one, and we might even do that while I'm live, actually. Now this is going to be tricky. I managed the first time without, I need something dark. Let's use this, I think. I still can't see that. No, can't see. Oh, goodness. Need a new set of eyes, I think. Maybe I'd have better luck this way. Ah, that's better. Can see where I'm going then. So that's just like that. Then I had that's gone nice and stiff. Like that. Where's that one? Yeah, that's where, oh, that looks good. I think. Do you agree? Where's my little, what's the name? Oh, come on. Now, I need my glue dots. Actually, I might actually just put a little tiny bit of hopefully a tiny bit. I'm just a bit nervous about this because I used it before and it came running out. No, that's okay. See which side I want that. Right. Stick that just under that tree there, those trees. Okay. And in the meantime, you can stick your, I'll use my snail for that, just because I do. Now, which side do we want? Well, that looks nice. And so does that. But I think because it's Christmas, and that's sticky now, I think because it's Christmas, we might use the, not that side, this side, I think. And then you're going to say, where are you going to write? Well, that is the dilemma, really. And I thought, oh, well, you can write on the back. Whoops, should be down a bit. You could write on the back. I was talking to my friend Rhonda about it, and we said, oh, you could write on the back. In bed that night, I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. So I will show you what I did. Well, hopefully I'll show you what I did if I don't mess up again. I cut, and I think we may as well have some pretty, now where did we have that? We want the decoration towards the top of the card, don't we? So if I go about, as long as I go further down, it won't matter. If I go like that, I can always trim it off, which is, I just want to have the curve in the right direction. Are you with me? So if I did that, it's probably too far. I can just do that because I want to use the remnant, which is why I'm not using a smaller piece. Yeah, that's about right. So I'll just go down a bit further, and then if we go too far, we can chop that off. Chop it off to match. You probably just want to have, and I think I have because I've got the die poking out. Where's my top plate gone? I've got one nice clean one that I want for the copper paper, but oh, here it is. Yeah, but I think, well, actually, I was able to just cut something and just improvise and did it until it was fitting for the last one. So, because I hadn't thought to do it while I was doing this one, doing the first one. Not choosing my words very wisely, am I? Okay, put those off there. So they all come out on the magnetic platform. Probably didn't need to use the magnetic for that. Anyway, it was sitting there, so I did. If you're in the habit of putting down your dies onto a table or something, and you're using this, don't. Because one of the girls said that's what she was doing. She was doing a whole heap of die cutting, and she put a die down. The dies were on the table. She sat this on the top, and it stuck to there. She didn't realise, would have been littler than that, and she ran it through, and it's cut into the bottom of it. So don't do that. You probably need to have a little tin or something to put your dies in. Okay, let's shove that over there out the road. And I'm going to use that one next time, so I'll put the leafy one away. I'm just being overly fussy, but I'm going to put it away, and it's just got one little piece of cardstock in it, so I'll just get rid of that, and he can go away. I haven't even poked them out of the one with the dots yet, and it works fine. I'll just leave them in there. Most of them go on the big shot. Now, where'd they come from? So So I'm just going to put that there. Oh, have I done that the wrong way? No, I don't think I have. Put that there and see whether, no, see it's not. We need to cut some off it. No, I can't do that, can I? It's a little bit tricky. Let me grab my trimmer. Might just have to be one of those things that's trial and error. So it's not going to matter if it's too short. Oops, that's the top off. That's the top off my seal. So we'll just cut a little bit to start with, just 1/2 centimetre, and see how we go. To the top of the red bit. It could go. No, I don't want it right up into the fold. No, got to go a little bit more. Probably another 1/2 centimetre or so. We might go a centimetre. How about that? Just need room to write to such and such. Oh, that might be too far, but anyway, that will do. To such and such, and down the bottom we'll have from such and such, won't we? So that covers. That's the trick with that. The holes aren't lining up. Well, I guess when you've got the card open, standing there, it doesn't really matter. So you know what? I'm going to go with that. Or I could. I know what I can do. We'll get around that. We can get around everything, can't we? I think. Let's just see. If we put that down the bottom and this one up the top, but the curve might be in the wrong spot. Just going to chop some off that and see. Does that chop off? About that. See what this does. It is in the wrong spot, but if we go up a little bit more, see what happens then. Yeah, that's covered, and then at the bottom we have our pretty one, but we need to cut a little bit off that as well. Just maybe 1/2 centimetre to start with. If you're not as fussy as me and you don't worry about the holes not lining up, well, just go with what we did before. And that's not showing either, okay? Now, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. The trimmer out the road for a sec. Bring in my... This one goes up here. So just snail will be good enough for that. It's not really this complicated, it's just that I haven't done this particular card before. So I hadn't ironed out all the tricks of the trade. Just thought that's great. I haven't used the curvy one before. Now I'm going to stamp that again, and I'll let that dry while we do the other card. There's my your day's be merry and bright, and then we'll snip that. You can snip around that and put that over the top, and then no one will know, will they? it will just add dimension to the card. So I'm going to pop that aside, and I need to go grab my cherry cobbler rhinestones as well. Finish that off. So I had some, or I could do pearls, couldn't I? This is the first one I did, so I used the dots one, and then you've got more room to write inside that one. Bit of sticky there. It's all decorated nicely, and I used just 3 pearls there, which I thought was nice. You see that? So with this one, probably doesn't really need any embellishments, but we have to add bling, don't we? So do we want pearls or red rhinestones, do you think? Cherry cobbler rhinestones for this one. What do you think? I'm just going to make sure I haven't got any red on my hands before I touch the next card. So that's got to be cut out, and I don't know why it's smeared, so I've forgotten about the envelope, haven't I? No, I haven't. Going to just do the trees on the envelope, or you could cut a bit of your designer paper too. You can do whatever you like. Oh, the bird. Where's the bird? Here he is. He hasn't flown away. Where did I put him? I put him up there. Okay, so he looks like he's singing "May Your Days Be Merry and Bright." He is so cute, this little fella. How cute is he? He is very cute. Okay, pop that there. Put these away. Oh, I was going to stamp the envelope, wasn't I? Doesn't really matter where you put that. I reckon that could be dry now. So I don't reckon it was from my hands. I reckon it was from the stamp being too wet, from it being stamped. I reckon it was off my hands. Where's my chamois? Because I've got red fingers, I look like I murdered somebody. Anyway, that'll come off in the shower tonight. I'm just going to do my hands again because I can't tell if they're clean or not, because I've got, as I said, look like I've murdered somebody. Okay, paper snips here. Just snip around him. Just trying to read some comments. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for your help, guys. We got it, getting through this together, aren't we? Doesn't help when you're tired. Everyone was saying today, that everyone I spoke to, that it was a really awful night for sleeping last night. It was. I was awake for hours. I was going to get up and do some crafting, and then I thought, no, I'll be up all night if I do that. And half the night's gone already. Can't be up any later. Now, that's done. You have to decide whether to pop it up or just pop it there on top. If I pop it all up, you might see my mistake, mightn't you? But we'll risk that. Might look as though I was really keen when I cut out the words, mightn't it? No one will know, except us and the world, whoever watches. Just make sure I'm going to cover all the writing. There we go. And because I haven't got the gems, I might leave that and come back to that. Pop some gems on when I find them. Okay, so this next one, I looked at what Rachel Tessman did and picked up a few clues for this one. Just want to have it about like that, so I'm going to put that on the magnetic platform. And I'm going to copy off this to find where I want to put the die. And I want to cut. I want to cut from where, which bit do I want to cut? I want to do that. So I want to cut both of these together, which was what Rachel said to do, so that, I don't know if my foil is going to be the right size. Because I've got much down there. Oh, I've got to have that. Yeah, I think that's going to be right. If not, there's always more paper, isn't there? So we'll cut that first. I could do the leaves all at once, but I don't need the new plate for doing these ones. When you used to work with me to put a piece of copy paper over the foil, and it used to not mark it, but I did that. Well, I think I did that, and it's still marked. So let me just do this. Anything could happen tonight, girls, because I'm so tired. So I thought, oh, I'll just cut the... Oh, why did I do that? Because I've got lines on there now. Oh, what I did was I put that through again, but you only see the edge of it, so it didn't really matter. Now, yeah, and where's the bits of copper I want to do? I want to do them, but I want to do... I don't need the magnetic platform for that, but it's there, so we'll just use it. So I just want a few little leaves out of the copper. I don't need a full lot of them, I just need a few. So I'm just going to use a piece of scrap here, 2 bits of scrap, and hopefully I'll have enough leaves there. So I'm going to do that with which I should have used for that, so then I would have had a nice clean clean copper. Well, it is clean, but unmarked, shall I say, copper. So I might just leave these on the big shot, because they're, if I take them off, I'm probably going to lose them, because they're really tiny. I'll just show you. No, I'll leave them, because you'll see them in a minute, so I'll leave them there for a sec. there. Right. That can go over there too. I didn't actually poke these holes out of here. They, as I said before, they usually just come out. But when I did this card, they didn't, and I thought, oh well, they're stuck in there, so I'll leave them there. And then I discovered they wanted to come out, so I will get them out because I put sticky on the back, and here's me trying to get all the dots out when I had sticky on them. I thought, that wasn't very smart, Cheryl. Oh, it's because I've got the copper underneath. Of course, that did work. You guys knew that, didn't you? No, they haven't come out of there. Come out of the green, but not... I can't get the... that's interesting. I can't get the green out. So you know what? It can stay in there. Because it doesn't look too bad. Now, don't throw those bits out because you need them. Just making sure of not... Yep, there we go. I've not... forgotten what I was going to say now. I've not cut it wrong. I think that's what I was going to say. I've forgotten. I need to go to bed. Yeah, that is right. I've got holes there. What am I? What did I do there? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I keep doubting myself. So then... She stuck hers on, but oh, I know what's missing. Rach had a border. I didn't actually. It needs a copper border before it goes on to. So I actually need a piece of. Can't do it straight onto there. I need a piece of copper to mount it on, I think, and then it will look stunning. So let's keep going. It's just that I haven't got these pieces cut, that's all. We'll be all good. I've got them right here. You just need to bear with me because, as I said, this is kind of on the fly. This is totally unrehearsed. I did do another card, but quite different to that. Looks like I've probably had that up too far. But never mind. This can just be a little bit, oops, not quite straight on there. We might just, will we trim that off? It's not quite straight. Where we can get it straight, we probably can. On this edge, I'm thinking we might be able to just leave it. And it might add to the card design. So what I'm thinking was it goes like that, and then it's sticky there. Then I was going to put this here, so that I could stamp on it. Oh, it might work. What do you think, guys? Yeah, I think that's going to work. I thought that was too short an edge for the card, but maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Or, you know what? I'm just going to cut another piece of mint macaroon and we're going to mount it on there and then onto the... Just going to stick the corner of that and the corner of this. I don't do well at night. My eyes don't do well at night. going to do that. And then we've only got a little bit of room, not much at all, to put our work. So again, you can see where, do I have to leave any room? No. You can see where that curves around. And I think we're going to be pretty good. I think. Let's give it a good press down. I'm always nervous when it's all together. I don't want to mess up the whole card if you've got it all adhered down. I'm not very brave like that. I like to give myself 2 chances because I'd have to start all over again if I had it all stuck down, wouldn't I? So that's that. All right. Now we can stick that down properly. How are we going to do that? Just like that will do. Let's make sure that's not. Just have to do that up the top too. Actually might be better if I, oops, used my wet glue. With a bit more wiggle room. Let's put a bit on here too, so I can wiggle him as well. Don't normally like we're using wet glue with foil, because if you touch it to the foil, it's bad news, isn't it? Yeah, I reckon that looks good. You know? So then that can go on to the card base. And then I'll show you what happens when you use this leaf die. There's one stuck in there. Come here. You get these gorgeous, you can see that. See how it embosses as well? They're just so cute. Little leaves. So thought we might use a couple of those. A couple of the bigger ones. Just push out what I think I might need. And grab my, where is it? Yes. Just going to see where I put them here so that I can do it a bit easier. Just put some of this stuff I said I didn't want to use here. Come out, but don't spurt out. This is a new bottle, so I'm not trusting it. It's coming out watery and a bit horrid. A bit too much. And then I want the other one up here somewhere. We might do the dots so that when we're ready, they'll have sat there for a bit. I'm going to actually take a bit of that glue off because it's way too much. It'll end up smearing everywhere. And if I get those all together, that should be enough there. that's stuck on the end of my finger. It's the trouble with this glue sometimes, isn't it? It sticks to the end of your finger. There we go. And I need a little copper dot there too. I'll have to go grab my copper copper rhinestones to finish this off. I want a big one somewhere. Big one there. Get off my finger. Oh, I must have gotten glue on my finger somehow, and it's just loving me. Get off. Flip that over the other way. I just wanted a smaller one up the top. Use a different finger, it mightn't be sticky. Oh goodness. It's around the wrong way. I wanted the leaf around the other way. Come on. I couldn't see where the other end of it was because of my picking up thing. Come on, in there. Get in there. That's right. No, now I've lifted the other one up. This is fun, not. Stick you down properly. Now I need my rhinestones. Just pop that out the road. I need some rhinestones. In this middle, I just put a strip of, don't want to stick it on there, I just put a strip of the copper foil just to add a pop of colour to the inside. Just going to make sure that's straight on there because I don't want it right down the bottom. I just want it up a little bit. And that was just a scrap, so I don't know what I did on the envelope for that one. I'll have to have a look. Oh, I think I do now. I remember I stamped the leaves. So do that. So I'll do the envelope, so that's got time to dry while I'm grabbing the rhinestones. And I'll do the leaves in mint. Mint. Where are you? Oh, did I get that out before? Yeah. Knocking everything down there. Nearly knocked my glasses off. Leaves. I don't believe I mounted the leaves. They're still in here. Yeah, I remember taking them off now. Thinking I wasn't going to use them. Those ones I think will need to go on the big long block too. Whichever size that is. You guys know the one I mean, not the little tiny one, the other one. So I'm just going to take that off. I need to clean that properly with my little, what's the name? The little cleaning pad that we had. I love it. I don't know why they discontinued it. So we'll just let that. Can't even see. Be careful with all these little dots. I stamped something last night and lo and behold it didn't stamp in one place because of all, I had a little dot come out of something or other, and I've got ink macaroon there as well. So we might go down the side of this one perhaps. Down the side, no, I might just do down the bottom. Did down the bottom of the other one. Not much use doing up the top because that's where the stamp goes. And then I did across the bottom as well, the back. I wanted to go that way. Just for something a bit different. You could turn it up the other way and curve it, but then it'd be upside down. Now this one's going to have copper. Well, that's what I did on this one. What do you think? Oops, that's stuck on there. Just did a big copper dot in the middle of the leaves. I don't know whether that looks good. I thought it looked good last night. Maybe you don't think it looks good. But I'm going to do it anyway. And have you decided whether... Whoops. You can see it a bit more clearly. Whether we want... No, I don't know if I like that. It's too big. Use the little one, see. Although last night I used the little one in there and I didn't like it. It disappeared. That does too. Actually, what I'm going to do is just do 3 little ones just beside the leaf. Just on this side, not on the other side. I think that just looks really sweet. Whereas the other one, they kind of disappear. I have used the bigger ones, but they don't look out of place, I don't feel, because you can't see them as much. But where on there, you can see them, and they do look a bit out of place. Isn't that paper gorgeous? Now, what are we doing? No one's told me whether you want the red rhinestones or the pearls on the other one. You don't care. Where's the holiday rhinestones? There's a couple. Find them. Find them. Where are they? Oh, my arms aren't long enough. I've got to bring it over here. Here's some cherry cobbler ones. Let's try them. Oh, what are these ones? Oh, let's see what they look like. I haven't used any of them. Where's my little birdie card? And where did I put them on that one? I just put 3 little dots the other side of the bird. So we could do pearls, but he's not cream, he's not vanilla, he's I don't actually think I've left room for any rhinestones at all here, because where I had them there, they're not going to look... Here we go, we can put them down here. I might start on the edge so that I've got room. There we go, how about that? So there's this one, and there's, oops, there's the envelope for you there, and there's this one. I got there in the end, and then there's this one. I don't quite know what that paper is all about, but I do quite like it broken up with the Cajun Craze in the middle. And there's, I don't know if I showed you this one, there's this one. So I've cased both of those, which are these 2, whoops, are cased from Rachel Tessman. These ones I just did off the top of my head. I saw somebody else had window sheet. I've got a mark on there, I'll have to get that off. Had done something with a window sheet, and I thought, that's a good idea. So I didn't copy hers, I just made up one. So yeah, so when you open it, you've got that, and you've got that, so you can write to and from down there, and your inside's all decorated. So yeah, so there's those 2, and then there's those 2. Alrighty. Okay, I shall see you next week. Alright, bye-bye. Thanks for watching, guys.